Today I'm going to be reacting to a video by one of my favorite channels, Rambo, and the title is Being Ugly is Worse Than Death. Kind of a dramatic title, but we'll hear him out and see what he has to say.
Is worse than death.
Since everybody's talking about my looks and how I'm ugly and everything, teach me how to do foundation. Teach me how to do contour.
Oof. Okay, where to begin with her? You don't need anyone to teach you how to do makeup. All of it's free on the internet. You can literally just look up makeup tutorials on YouTube and you can find whatever you need. I don't think that she's as bad as she wants to believe. I think that if she just did her hair nicer, learned to do makeup, I think that she could probably raise herself up. Although this is one of those rare cases where it's bad. I'm just gonna be straight up, it's bad. And in most cases, I think that people can, improve their looks very easily and be somewhat attractive. This is one of those rare cases where that might not be the case, but who knows? Maybe if she learned to do her hair, showered more often, got her teeth fixed, who knows?
Teach me how to do that stuff, please, so I can be beautiful. I want to be pretty.
You're constantly being pulled between different realities. You look in the mirror, ugly as fuck. You notice people staring at you in public.
Quick side note, but I love the art in this guy's videos. I'm not really a big art person, never really been artistic or been appreciative of like beautiful paintings or whatever, but I can see now why people would spend hours in an art museum, because it's just so intriguing. This art that he's showing, it's beautiful.
And then when you post yourself online, it's, oh my god, you're so beautiful, you look just like the celebrity, and the celebrity is also ugly as fuck.
Dog, that is a crazy stray that Shelley Duvall caught for no reason whatsoever. Quick side note on Shelley Duvall too. She lost her mind in recent years and started talking about how Robin Williams wasn't really dead and how she communicates with him. She went on Dr. Phil too. It's a whole big rabbit hole, but yeah, crazy stray that Shelley Duvall caught for no reason.
I'm surprised many ugly people don't have psychosis.
Psychosis is a mental health symptom involving a temporary loss of contact with reality.
Me every year when I think that BYU's finally gonna make the college football playoffs.
Where the mind struggles to distinguish between what is real and what is not.
And let's be honest, ugly people know they're ugly. You don't need to lie to them.
By the way, that guy actually ended up getting like a pretty cute girlfriend, like actually cute. And they have a kid together now, so it's not over. So enough out of you black pillars.
They experience it every single day, just being treated like shit, being treated like they are subhuman. And is it better to disregard all of those feelings, those experiences, those emotions, just to make themselves maybe believe in a lie?
Okay, I get it. I'm ugly. I know this. I've been called ugly for my entire life. A lot of you pointed this out, and the truth is, you're right. I've just been alone for so long that I just kind of accepted that that's the way it would always be. That's fine. I'll never be everybody's cup of tea.
Dog, you gotta ignore hate comments. You know how many hate comments I get? Call me cringe, gay, my research sucks on my main channel, I'm a loser, I should just quit YouTube. You can't let it bother you. Don't respond, especially don't respond, because it is like blood in the water of sharks. As soon as they know they can get to you, they keep going and going and going. That's literally what makes a lolcow. Lolcows can't stop themselves, but they can't stop themselves from interacting with trolls. Literally, that's what sets lolcows apart. As soon as people know they can get to you, it's like blood in the water of sharks. So just ignore it. If someone calls you ugly on the internet, just ignore it. I'm sure that people call me ugly all the time on the internet. I have horrible skin. I don't know if you could see, but I have terrible facial acne scars from when I had acne from when I was a teenager. Look, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You just gotta ignore it.
Yes, I know that I don't fit the beauty standard most people are desiring.
Yeah, but this is one of those cases where it's totally fixable. Just get on Ozempic, lose some weight, wash your hair more. No offense, homie, but kind of looking a bit greasy, and just wear makeup, and you're attractive. Like literally, those are the steps, and then you're attractive. I'm not saying that just to make her feel better either. Literally, that's what I believe.
You don't need to tell me that. I've known that for my entire life.
All of those videos have been deleted. They were a blip into her real reality. And now, when you check her account, it's all about gay shit, having a
Good
bunch of
sex
sex,
does not make a
demonic
thing.
stuff. And why is that? Well, it's because she doesn't know what's real. Everyone's telling her, you're really pretty, you deserve the world. But at the same time, she knows what it's like to be ugly, and she's completely confused. Am I ugly, or am I as pretty as everyone else? And you'll never get the answer if you're constantly online looking for other people and their stupid opinions. People don't want the best for you, they want the best for themselves. There are videos about men and looks maxing.
Looks maxing is so cringe and gay, bro. And I'm not saying don't self-improve at all. I mean, it's good to go to the gym, lift weights. It's good to get in shape. It's good to eat healthy, drink water. All those things are good, and they're going to help you feel better and also help you look better. But dude, all this autistic shit about negative canthal tilt and gonio angle and all this weird autistic shit, that's not the move, bro. It's gonna drive you nuts in the long run.
It's dumb, stupid, and gay, and I don't want to insult these people, but all of them are obviously ugly.
I'm convinced that there is nothing more cringe and insane than the looks maxing.
I think Rambo's being a little bit harsh. I don't think this dude is ugly. I think he's just like a normal black dude. I honestly, he just looks like a normal guy. Like, he's not like, wow, drop dead, gorgeous or anything, but he's not like horribly ugly either, which is kind of the range I fall into too. I'm just kind of like a guy, a dude. You could probably go to any major city and find 1,000 guys that look like me.
The way I see it, becoming the best version of yourself and doing things to look better and all of that, that's all good and dandy. But when you take it too far, that's when it becomes a little bit cringe.
Yeah, it's literally body dysmorphia, but for men. Like, you're going to drive yourself nuts, and you're going to have really poor mental health if you get into all this, like, weird, esoteric, like, looks maxing shit.
You know?
There is an ungodly amount of videos talking about how looks maxing has gone too far. It doesn't really matter that much. Your personality is more important. But they'll always mention how ugly they actually look. Or they'll always mention comparisons. Well, actually, this guy looks even better. What are you guys talking about? What is it? Bitch, do looks matter or do looks not fucking matter?
Because in a live stream he did, his face was looking a little not in the best skin condition.
Bruh, if he considers that not the best skin condition, I don't even want to know what he would say about my skin. Clavicular, for all his problems and all the bad shit he's done, he's a good looking dude. You can't deny it.
And even Clavicular, who's supposed to be their new face of looks maxing, says Marlon, a man who is mixed looks more attractive than him.
I fucking hate Tommy NFG. He's dumb as shit, but that's irrelevant. But can you guys feel the push and pull? You're beautiful, and then they get treated extremely ugly. Looks don't matter, and then they make fun of people that they don't like because they're not attractive enough. Which is it?
One thing I will point out, these Siamese twins who have a severe deformity and are clearly in the hospital, you can tell by the background that they're in a hospital. They're happy, they're having fun. So that should tell you something. That should tell you that even if you're ugly, you can still enjoy life. Not that these girls are ugly, I'm just saying. Nothing should stop you from being able to have fun and let loose a little.
Motherfucker, does looks matter or does it not? You're confusing me. And obviously, it does. The science backs it up. You have to be more good looking to make more money.
Patients who were recovering from gallbladder surgery, when they had the view of nature out of their window, this modest view of nature, they recovered from gallbladder surgery a day earlier, and they used less pain medication.
In 1984, Roger Ulrich did a study where if you look at nature, things that are physically appealing, then you heal faster, you take less pain medication, and for some reason, to this day, people like to pretend that looks don't affect anything. It doesn't affect how much money you make, it doesn't affect how people treat you, but looking at nature and its beauty makes you heal faster.
Yeah, but even that's subjective. Some people might find a forest beautiful. Other people might find a beach beautiful. Some people might find Antarctica with all the snow beautiful. And so, once again, it's subjective. And I understand there are things that are objectively beautiful. Sydney Sweeney is one of them. But there are things that are subjectively beautiful, too.
The correlation just doesn't exist? That's fucking stupid. I will will say that life is very difficult, and a lot of people will advise you to improve your personality. But what the fuck does that even mean?
It means trying new things, trying new hobbies, being open and receptive to new ideas, improving the way you talk to people and the way you communicate with people. I think anything can be improved. That includes personality.
How do you improve a personality? Do you change the words you use? You start picking quirkier words to sound different? Do you start dressing like other people?
No, that's called putting on a character. That's the opposite of improving. I would say try new things, find out what you like, find out what you don't like, and then hang out with the people that share your interests. And then you can improve social skills just by learning about body language, learning about what works versus what doesn't work. And if you're really socially autistic, you can watch videos online that will help with your social skills. YouTube is completely free, and you can watch videos until the end of time, literally till the end of time. YouTube has like 3.7 million hours of content uploaded every single day.
But that's not who you are. You're just imitating someone else. And realistically, the best personality is your personality, something you don't change. Here's the truth, okay? I watch a lot of these videos. A lot of the comments are like, personality max, hey.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's not totally wrong either. Obviously, you want to be focusing on your appearance too. But personality is probably almost equally as important. Women will be willing to forgive a less than beautiful face, maybe even an ugly face, if the guy has an amazing personality. I personally know a guy who is probably one of the funniest dudes you'll ever meet, and he's always constantly been able to pull really hot chicks. I mean, he is a pretty good looking guy too, but at the same time, he's funny as hell, and I think that that's a big reason why he's able to get as much tail as he does.
If you're changing your personality to attract other people, that isn't you improving yourself. You're manipulating other people so you can fall under the right opinion so they can like you more. That is simply manipulation.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what people are saying. People aren't saying put on a character. They're saying take the personality you already have and let it shine. I think that that's kind of the message.
3, 2, 1, okay? And so how do we rank them? Well, we rank them according to their attractiveness, using 3 criteria. The first is genes, the second is wealth, and the third is status.
So a quick lesson for those that can't attract the man or woman that they really like. Of course, everyone can attract someone or something, but you need to have the trifecta of money, status, and looks if you want to go for 10 out of 10s.
I mean, you're probably going to attract very shallow people if you lead with money, status, and looks. I think that those things definitely are a bonus, or they're a boost. But the people who only care about those things are probably going to be very shallow people that you don't really want in your life anyway, regardless of how quote-unquote hot they are.
And the reason why all of these influencers are able to yap their ass off is because they have status or because they have money. But what happens when they're extremely fucking ugly? Well, it's compensated for the other 2 characteristics of them that make them attractive. And here's the truth. Realize everyone is chasing something. People are working at their jobs for money. People are going to big fancy schools for status, and their look maxers are the ones who are trying to look better. And once you're able to swallow the pill that you're forced to play this game of life, you're chasing money, status, or looks, that's when you actually start to succeed. But you'll never get anywhere if you're stuck in this psychosis zone of, I don't know, do looks matter? Well, sometimes it doesn't. I hate it when ugly people talk about how looks don't matter, but they're also rich and famous.
Tomorrow isn't promised. When you realize how much of a miracle every single day really is, you come to appreciate all the little things.
The problem to my entire video is that looks doesn't matter to him. And equally, looks doesn't have to matter to you, but there's a problem. You have to be comfortable with becoming dirt poor, homeless, broke.
When I was homeless, I hooked up with a girl that looked like Sydney Sweeney. You can call cap all you want. I swear to God, this is a real story. I wasn't rich. I'm definitely not super good looking either. I didn't have much status. And so explain that one to me, Rambo.
Diogenes did not care about how he looked. He masturbated in front of people. He took shits everywhere in public.
He was poop maxing. Leave him alone.
Because he didn't care. And what people fail to realize is that there is absolutely no middle ground. If you don't care about looks, you must also not care about wealth, how respected you are, just like Diogenes. And if you do care about any of these things, then you're stuck in the zone of psychosis where you like to pretend that one thing is and one thing isn't, but it all comes with one.
What color is the sky behind me? But don't use any words to describe it. Aren't you immediately brought way closer to the sunset when you take the word away? Try this with anything in your life, your friends, your family, your hand, a table.
I'm either not autistic enough or not high enough to understand what he's even trying to say. I'll be honest, I have no idea what he's trying to say. Describe sunset without a word? And you can do this with anything in your life? Like, what is blood yapping about?
Life is extremely difficult because you don't have to judge someone based on how they look, but the entire world will judge you based on how you look. And this is the clearest distinction you need to know. You can view people not from the outside, but who they are, their souls, how they want to be loved and treated like everyone else. But at the same time, if you have a lot of goals and aspirations, you need to play the game. It's your decision. You want to play the game of life, chasing status, money, looks, or would you reject all of that? Up to you. I talk a lot about this in my Living Philosophy school community, so please check that out.
So yeah, pretty good video by Rambo. I'll link it in the description below, but if you liked my reaction to it, give a thumbs up. And subscribe if you are not already, and don't forget to hype as well. Peace out.
Yeah, sicker than sick as hell. Niggas hating and faking, don't wish me well. Cop a fuck a day, take a to the tail. 1 a.m. hit the cut, we need 50 sodas. 50 deep, looking like we gon' rock the shell. 100K on my wrist, cop a bullet shell. Finna Uber these hoes from a Cannonsville. Put them hoes on a bean, it's a movie reel. Off the book, they're talking like Dr. Phil. Bet they go down like Titanic still. Bet they on dick when I hit still. I never trip, aim at his lip. He could get popped still. I'm not a goon, but I stay with goons.